Life on a farm is, by nature, a hymn to vitality. The clinking of harnesses, the smell of fresh hay, the sound of hooves on the earth. But for some, even the sunniest days are shrouded in darkness. Imagine a world without light, without clear paths, where every single step is a gamble and silence is a constant barrier. This was the universe of Gabriel, a magnificent horse, now blind, navigating a silent darkness. Gabriel was no ordinary animal. He was pure grace, a free spirit who once galloped with the wind, the very embodiment of strength and freedom. But a rare, cruel illness stole his sight, turning his strength into vulnerability and his freedom into profound loneliness. He became isolated, an island of sadness in a sea of green. His movements were slow, hesitant, filled with fear. He longed for a touch, for a connection that seemed impossible to reach. A few yards away, at the edge of the farm, was another solitary soul. He had no name. He had no home. He was just another ghost on the dirt roads, a stray, a silent observer of the world. Yet something about Gabriel's majestic, yet mournful presence drew him in. The dog, whom we would later call Pip, watched the blind horse, a mirror of his own quiet struggle for survival. Days turned into weeks. Pip kept a respectful distance, but never truly left. He saw the world Gabriel couldn't see, the unexpected dips, the hidden holes, the barbed wire fence, and slowly an extraordinary idea began to form in the heart of this forgotten creature, an uncontrollable desire to help. It started with subtle gestures, a gentle bark to warn of a rock, a presence softly directed. Pip began to walk in front of Gabriel, guiding him not with a rope, but with an unspoken language of trust. Pip became Gabriel's sensory map. His small body was a moving shield, alerting the horse to slopes in the terrain, warning him about the fence he couldn't see, signaling that the path was clear. Gabriel, once timid and withdrawn, began to move with a newfound surprising confidence. He relied on Pip's scent, his soft barks, the brushing of his fur against his legs. Pip wasn't just a companion, he was Gabriel's eyes, guiding him through a world that was once only a blur of fear. But farm life, even with a guide, still held dangers. One day, as they followed their usual path, a loud, sudden noise, a distant tractor engine, startled Gabriel. Panic, the blind's most fearsome enemy, took hold. Gabriel whinnied, disoriented, and began taking fast, uncontrolled steps directly toward the small pond on the property. The farmer, watching from afar, cried out in horror. He knew if the horse fell into the water, disoriented and panicking, he could be fatally injured. Pip saw the danger. The small stray, who had never shown aggression, let out a sharp, urgent bark, unlike any sound Gabriel had heard. He raced in front of the horse and, in a desperate act, nipped Gabriel's front leg. Not a bite to injure, but a bite to stop. A signal that something was terribly wrong. The momentary pain and the shock of Pip's change in behavior made Gabriel halt. He shivered, gasping just inches from the edge. Pip released Gabriel's leg, ran to the front, and let out a calm, steady bark, resuming his voice as a guide. Gabriel understood. He lowered his head, nudging his nose against his small body, a silent gratitude. The farmer ran up in awe, witnessing an act of courage and communication that defied nature. The farmer, accustomed to his horse's solitude, watched with tears in his eyes. He had never seen such selfless devotion. The story spread, whispered throughout the community, the legend of the small dog who guided the blind giant and saved him from disaster. They became inseparable. Where Gabriel went, Pip followed. Where Pip led, Gabriel trusted. Their lives, once marked by loneliness, were now woven together by an invisible thread of unconditional empathy. The farmer, deeply touched, knew he couldn't let Pip return to the streets. He offered the stray dog a home, a name, and a place where he truly belonged. Pip, the wandering shadow, had found his forever family. Now, every morning on the farm you see them, Gabriel, moving with dignity and certainty, and Pip, his loyal guide, his eyes. Together, they are a testament to the fact that love knows no species, no disability. It simply is. The friendship between Pip and Gabriel reminds us that the most unlikely friendships can change lives, that a lost soul can find its highest purpose by helping another. There are countless animals out there waiting for their own Pip or their own Gabriel. They are waiting for you. If this extraordinary story touched your heart, please hit subscribe and share this video. Every animal has a story, and every bond is worth celebrating. Thank you for watching, and remember, always look for the hearts on the streets.